Well, thank you all for joining us here this evening. This would not have been possible were it not for the members of the Christmas Concert Committee, and I'd like to introduce them to you. Barry Harvey with the Royal LePage Solutions, Daisy Zacharias, Memories RV Resort, Ashley Barron with Freshly Pressed, which apparently is not a laundromat, Dwight Forsyth, Okotoks Evangelical Free Church. And folks, I just want you to know how hard these committee members have worked, because we were looking forward to 2020. What we didn't expect was what was thrown at us. So we've had to, but one option was not to cancel. That just wasn't in the cards. So we're looking forward to being back at the Free Church somewhere in the future. It also is not possible without our performers. And we will see this evening some pretty innovative and interesting performances from as far away as Mexico. Our sponsors, headed by our platinum sponsor, Okotoks Lincoln Ford, the Wood family, they did not hesitate to come back on board with us this year. The only thing they said was, tell us what we can do to help. We had 16 gold and 13 silver sponsors, and one anonymous for a very significant amount of money, totaling a record of $60,000. And we have not done any ticket sales as I'm speaking to you now. So we may well have a record year, and I can tell you that is not what we expected. But thanks to the sponsors, thanks to you and the performers, we're going to have a wonderful evening. Enjoy.
Welcome to the 14th Annual Okotoks Food Bank Christmas Concert. Nowhere else on earth I'd rather be than right here, except I wish all of you were with me in this beautiful sanctuary, but we're not going to dwell on the obvious. We're just going to celebrate what's great about Christmas and our world and communities coming together. My name is Doris Daly. I am a Western poet. I live not far from Okotoks in the foothills, and I am honored to be your host tonight. I have done this job for many, many years, and I love, this is the kickoff to my own Christmas season. I'll give you a few little announcements. The bathrooms tonight are located just past the fridge, down the hallway, past the first bedroom in your house, and then turn the light on the left. You are welcome, actually, to snack and open up your bags of popcorn and deploy whatever beverage you have in your house throughout the whole concert, and there will be more housekeeping details as we proceed. There's a tradition that I have to start the Christmas concert, and that tradition prevails tonight, and then it's on with our first introduction. And that is my fabulous, exciting Christmas knock-knock jokes. Knock-knock. Who's there? Hannah. Hannah Partridge in a pear tree. Knock-knock. Who's there? Marion Abba. I meant to see Mary and Abby, but we're going to proceed. Merry Christmas and Abby New Year. And finally, knock, knock. Who's there? Snow. Snow. There's no business like show business. So it's on with the show. Welcome. Thank you for being here. And it's my pleasure to introduce our first exciting act. 6 sensational women who have shared their voices throughout the foothills in Okotoks with the Foothills Opera, the Foothills Philharmonic Chorus, the Big Rock Singers, many other choirs in our area. They all live in the foothills now, but they have come from all over Canada and even internationally. It just proves my belief, actually, that wherever 2 or more Albertans are gathered, there is always someone from Saskatchewan. So these ladies come from Saskatchewan, the East Coast, British Columbia, and South Africa. They want to send a little shout out to their videographer, Colin Carlson and Steve Page, their sound technician, Dave Percy. And enough of all of that, because you want to hear some fabulous music. Ladies and gentlemen, a six-pack of sensational, sparkling, sweet-smelling Santa scent singers, Heather, Jennifer, Belinda, Ann, Pat, and Susie Misbehaven.
I hear the bells are ringing loud and clear. You can't help but love this time of year. It's Christmas time, there's something in the air. There's a little bit of heaven everywhere. Ooh. Somehow there's a little more of love. It's funny how it takes a holiday to show us how the world could truly change. If we all took the time to really care, there'd be a little more of heaven everywhere. It's the grace that we show to a world that needs hope. It's giving our lives, knowing they're not our own. It's the joy that we feel and the love that we share. There's a little bit of heaven everywhere. There's a little bit of heaven everywhere. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plain, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Hallelujah, hallelujah. It's the joy that we feel and the love that we share. There's a little bit of heaven everywhere. There's a little bit of heaven everywhere. There's a little bit of heaven everywhere. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plain.
That was beautifully sung and beautifully done, and what a visual treat for us to start our Christmas concert tonight. Canadians, did you know that the top 5 imports in Canada are cars, refined petroleum, delivery trucks, crude petroleum, and computers? But Canada's best import, in my opinion, is this next artist, Al Doc Mel from Colorado. He has made his home in Black Diamond, Alberta for the past 4 years, ever since he married me and left Colorado and moved to Alberta. We used to travel back and forth a lot on reunited airlines between Denver and Calgary. That's when we learned that United Airlines hangs a little bit of mistletoe over the baggage carousel. Not because they're in the Christmas spirit necessarily, it's because that's their way of saying you can kiss your luggage goodbye. But our days are past, Doc's and mine. We're living happily ever after in the foothills. Like every other artist this year, Doc's performing life came to a scudding halt. So he got cracking, and the news from Doc this year is that he wrote a book. He's got a brand new book of poetry. It was 20 years in the writing because it's a collection of many, many pieces that he's written over the years, and 6 hard months in the production. It's called Good Medicine. Read 2 poems and call me in the morning. He's here to do an old favorite. It's become a traditional favorite here at the Okotoks Christmas concert. It's for those of us who believe in Canada that there's no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothing. Please make welcome Al Doc Mel.
Starting south in Texas, both the days and nights are hot. Pushing cattle north, every mile is hard fought. Sweat on your brow and a feisty attitude will help you trade the heat for a cooler latitude. Well, there's dust and there's mud, there's a chance of getting lost, but a whole new adventure starts with first morning frost. Days are getting shorter, sun is lower in the sky. You long for heat again when the snow starts to fly. Charlie Goodnight drove the cattle to the town of Cheyenne. Frostbite and tears will move him on to Montana. Trail boss knows it, but he really don't care. So better bring along long underwear, long johns. Long johns, long johns, long, long johns. Mercantile's got them and they're happy to sell. Sized from junior up to triple XL. Broad at the shoulder, tapered at the hip. They come with a flap, but never with a zip. Long johns, long johns, long johns, long, long johns. Well, they're not a fashion statement, just a body heat enclosure. You wear them maybe just to not die of exposure. You wear them in the saddle, by the fire, and in the bed. They come in every color if the color is red. Long johns, long johns, long johns, long, long johns. Well, you wear them pushing cattle, you wear them baling hay, you wear them in the cold of night and at the break of day. Would you ever take them off? I suppose you maybe might, on the rare bath day or on your own wedding night. Long johns, long johns, long johns, long, long johns. Well, they bind and they wind and there's nothing fun about them. They ride them in the crotch, but you wouldn't be without them. They chafe, they abrade, they smell bad and they itch, and to answer nature's call, well, that's a real conundrum. Long johns, long johns, long, long johns. Well, there's a legend told of Big John how he saved some 20 men as he held that sagging timber in a mine shaft way back when. But I'd have to say those miners in that dank and soppy din would have died of hypothermia if it hadn't have been for Long Johns. Long Johns, Long Johns, long, long Johns, long, long Johns, long, long Johns.
Great job, Al Docamel, and wasn't that a spectacular backup performance by his bottle player and his choir, the pop-up girls. Great job. It's okay to cheer, even at home in your living room. I know you're all sitting there watching on your device. We are taking phone-in comments. I'll be scrolling through my phone as the concert goes by. One plus this year, for real, is that we have people watching, not just here in the foothills. I know there's people watching in Vancouver, all across to the east coast of Canada, everywhere in between. So we want to hear your comments and feedbacks, and I'll be reading some of your comments out as we go through the rest of the concert. Folks, you will be over the moon with happiness as you listen to our next performers. Each is a award-winning national and international caliber performer on their own. They met at a jam session at Tom Jackson's house, and the rest is history. They've been riding on the happily ever after trail ever since. 2020 was going to be a blockbuster year for them, but of course the world changed. All we can say is that folks in Great Britain and Europe are in for a huge treat when the world opens up again. Here's the good news. They are contenders for the Roots Artist of the Year at this upcoming CMA Country Music Awards of Alberta Awards in April. Here's what others have to say. Soothing for the soul. So much to enjoy. Simply glorious. They take you somewhere beautiful. Friends, from under that old Alberta moon near Longview, Alberta, is where they live, and their concert is taped right here, their pieces are taped right here in Okotoks. Make welcome Suzanne Levesque, Craig Bignell, Over the Moon.
Two, in, 2, 3, 4.
Here's a mystery I can't explain. Right near Christmas time, I hear those church bells chime when it's Christmas on the range. All year long, my life seems ordinary. For this, they tell me, why does it seem strange? Things never seem sublime till I hear those church bells chime when it's Christmas on the range. At night, I sit alone by the fireside. It's lonesome, but I never want to change. Across the plains, I seem to hear the sound of a reindeer. What is it makes me feel so strange? I see the children round the tree at Christmas, as their goodwill and presents they exchange. What is this mystery, this vision that I see when it's Christmas on the range?
love that one.
I'm supposed to shake reindeer bells, or sleigh bells, but Greg wouldn't let me play them. That was it.
Do you want to do the other Christmas one or the?
Sure.
Okay, we'll leave you with a Christmas song, and soon I play this one at home when we rehearse. She cries every time and starts crying.
He looks like a little sweet guy there, like with singing this nice song, and sweet little guy with facial hair.
Yeah.
So thanks again for tuning in, and
All of our
it was
friends.
really nice to play. And thank you to Bruce Hoffman also for joining us for our set.
You'll have to get our new album because Bruce is playing all over it.
He's playing all over it.
So he sounds so good. Every time he sends a new part back to us, it's like Christmas time for me. I can't wait to put it in and listen to it and go, oh, listen to that. Then Sue comes back and I let her hear it and she cries again.
This
Sorry.
touches me heart.
It's tall in the saddle. We spend Christmas Day driving the cattle over snow-covered plains, and all of the good gifts that's been given today. Ours is the sky and the wide open range. Yodeloo. Back in the cities, they have different ways. Football and eggnog, Christmas parades. But I'll take my blanket, and I'll take the rain. It's Christmas for cowboys on the wide open range. A campfire for warmth and to stop for the night. The stars overhead are our Christmas tree lights. Wind sings a hymn and we bow down to pray. It's Christmas for cowboys on a wide open range. Tall in the saddle, we spend Christmas Day driving the cattle over snow-covered plains, and all of the good gifts that's been opened today. Ours is the sky and the wide open range. It's Christmas for cowboys on the wide open range.
Over the Moon, and you can get us some of our information on overthemoonband.com. That was it.
Thank you, Over the Moon. You can clap now. Clap a little louder. For Over the Moon, for all of our artists, the whole crew, the volunteer spirit here in this town, our incredible sponsors. You're going to be getting this one several times throughout the concert. Our next entertainer, he gets no royalties from this little commercial, but he wanted me to tell you that he's a big, big advocate of Flintstone vitamins. They don't make him feel any better, but he can stop the car with his feet. And that's a handy trick to have on icy roads in this part of the world. Dwight Forsyth, singer, songwriter, sound man, musician, music director, all-round community spirit guy. He has played on the same concert venues as the Traveling Mabels, John Wart Hannam, Bruce Innes, Paul Rumbold. He served as the sound technician for many, many years for this event, including this year. He is backed up on this year's concert with an amazing, amazing band of studio musicians. You just watch, not 1 or 2, 3, 4, but 5 incredible musicians backing up our next entertainer. Make welcome Dwight Forsyth.
A light shining down, shining down. Here in the dark, we searched but never to find. Dim shades of gray that shadow the heart and the mind. But there's a guiding light there in the night, hope in the dark through the light of a star, a light shining down to make it all clear. A light shining down to beckon us near, to point to the place where the Savior came. A light shining down, shining down. Well, I guess we've been here before, like walking round and round in circles, but can't find the door. They say that faith is believing in things yet unseen, the substance of life. It feels like the dream, but there's a guiding light there in the night, hope shining down.
Thank you, Dwight Forsyth, Dwight Forsyth, Dwight Forsyth, Dwight Forsyth, and Dwight Forsyth. Just before I introduce our next guest, who has makes this event truly international, I'm going to put a plug in for all of us to shop locally this year. Whether you're in British Columbia or Nova Scotia or anywhere in between, from coast to coast to coast in Canada, and I know Al and I have friends watching from the US, shop locally here in Okotoks and the foothills, but golly, this is the year when all of our sponsors, no matter where you are, you have great people in your hometowns who keep your community humming. So let's everybody make a big effort to do this year. Well, we do have an international show this Christmas, which is why this particular year is so exciting. All the way from the beach in Mazatlan comes our full-time professional musician, Jay Burns. He's been a musician for 25 years. That is no small accomplishment. That means 4 or 5 or 6 nights a week, 52 weeks a year, he goes out to work as a musician. Bravo, Jay. He's opened for headliners such as Bachman Turner Overdrive, the Proclaimers, America. He plays in Canada in the summer and in Mexico. I think this is his 4th year from Mexico. And here he is live from the beach with Christmas in Mexico, with the waves crashing in. Jay Burns.
Hola everybody, my name is Jay Burns, coming to you from the beautiful beaches of Mazatlan, Mexico. I sure wish y'all could be here with me, but I'm not missing the snow, I gotta tell you. I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, and hope that you spend it with your loved ones. Get through these trying times. We got great days ahead of us, I know it. In the meantime, thanks for having me as part of this virtual show. This is a song called Christmas in Mexico. Where the air is crisp and my nose is cold, my cheeks are frozen, can't feel my toes. My hat's on top and the wind does blow. I wish I had somewhere warm to go. Let's go. We'll have Christmas in Mexico. Come on, let's go. Have Christmas in Mexico. I know our friends, they might get mad. Well, because we'll be making star angels in the sand. Well, some call it a winter wonderland, but the winter makes you wonder if I'm going mad. So let's go. We'll have Christmas in Mexico. Come on, let's go. Have Christmas in Mexico. All the birds have ready flew. Oh, we're going south, the natural thing to do. Where the air is crispy and my nose is cold, my cheeks are frozen, can't feel my toes. Let's go. We'll have a Christmas in Mexico. Come on, let's go. Have Christmas in Mexico. Well, hot chocolate for tequila, marshmallow for margaritas. Trade your scarf for a sombrero, a little bit of cha-cha on the Riviera. Trade that sea-doo for a ski-doo, give up that turkey for a burrito. I won't Santa Claus down my chimney, I'll be chilling in my mankini. Way under the palm trees, the moonlit sky, stars above like Christmas lights. Let's go. Have Christmas in Mexico. Come on, let's go. We'll have a Christmas in Mexico. Oh yeah, let's go. We'll have Christmas in Mexico.
Jay Burns, you rock. And furthermore, Feliz Navidad, Prospero Año y Felicidad. Hey, the calls are starting to come in and your comments. It's fun to scroll through. Arno and Josie at home in their yoga pants, eating pepper nuts. The good folks in Vancouver cheering wildly, enjoying the daffodils blooming in the yards. All across Canada, you're loving the concert, best Christmas concert ever. Several of you watching at home in your pajamas. Here's one. Here's one from Michael Bublé saying, "Best Christmas concert ever." It's amazing. Our reach is fabulous this year. Hey, you guys, I love this next act. Keep in mind, I have no taste, but I love this next group. Alberta Country Music Association Group of the Year, headliners, top folk roots act wherever they go, and they always step up and say yes to any time a charity needs them. Good news and bad news for them this year. The good news is they represented Alberta at the Folk Alliance show in New Orleans. That was back in February. Got home just in time for the world to close, but the world is in for a treat when they start spreading their magic around again. We love them here at the Christmas concert. Ladies and gentlemen, Eva Levesque, Lana Flowen, Terry Lawson, and Keith Flowen, the stuff of fables. They wear many labels, the traveling Mabels.
I'm itching to get to Grandma's kitchen. Wonderful smells fill the air, chocolate sprinkles everywhere. She bends down and opens the oven, another batch of Grandma's loving in that kitchen. I breathe in deep and I can't wait to help my Grandma decorate 2 golden brown gingerbread men with smiling faces. They'll be dressed again in that kitchen. Well, her cupboards are covered with colorful tins, old-fashioned sugar and flour bins. The old cook stove, it warms my toes, but what that kitchen does for my nose. Oh, then Grandpa lets me put the star on the tree. That's a job reserved just for me. And he sits me down with a twinkle in his eye, explains to me how reindeer fly. Oh, then Grandma lets me sneak a chocolate square. Then she gently strokes my hair and I say, Grandma, you're the best cook in the whole wide world. And she says, you always were my favorite girl. Oh, then Grandpa and I climb up on Old Blue, an old plow horse that's built for two. Ride all the way to the end of the lane. We turn around and ride back again to that kitchen. And Old Blue gets a carrot stick. I get a candy cane to lick. Then she hands me a little ball of yarn and she says, maybe you should go check the barn. And there's kittens, 5 little kittens. Love to pet them just to hear them purr. They tickle my neck with their soft furry fur. Make me giggle when they lick my face. But that's not my favorite place, it's that kitchen. I hear Grandma calling. I gotta go. She needs someone to lick the bowl.
Merry Christmas, everybody. And although things look different this year, we're really glad that you all were able to come out and spend some time with us tonight.
And we just want to let you know how much we miss your smiling faces as much as we miss playing and singing for you.
Just want to let you all know that it's kind of weird for us to be playing in front of a camera instead of in front of you guys, but this year has really given us a whole new perspective on how important friends and family are, you know. So dig deep into your pocket because there's a lot of people that are going to need that food bank this year. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
Stay safe. See you in 2021.
The artists and the volunteers associated with this concert want to send a very special shout out to all of you watching from a seniors residence, a retirement home. You are our grandmas and grandpas, our parents, our pioneers, our loved ones. We miss you, and we want to give a big wave to all of you who are watching from a seniors residence tonight. Merry Christmas, everybody. We can't wait to give you a great big hug in person.
I am so proud and humbled to be part of a community where our true Alberta spirit has shone through during these most difficult times. And nowhere is that exemplified more than the annual Okotoks Charity Christmas Concert in support of the Okotoks Food Bank. When families were worried about having food on their table, the staff and the volunteers at the food bank worked tirelessly to double their efforts to ensure they could help as many vulnerable families in our community as possible. Whether you're donating your time, your talents, or your dollars, it is all going to ensure that we provide help and hope to those in need in our community. I am very proud to see the Okotoks Charity Christmas Concert going ahead again this year, but it wouldn't be possible without the help and support of a lot of important and special people in our community. I want to take a moment to thank John Fraser and the organizing committee, the supporters and the sponsors of this concert, and certainly my good friend George Canyon and the incredible talented musicians who are providing their time for this concert. We couldn't do it without you. And I know the families and the children across Foothills certainly appreciate your efforts as well. Thanks again for all of you do. Enjoy tonight's concert, and Merry Christmas.
Aren't they great? More comments coming in. Several of you are wondering when it's going to be time for a little break, and that's coming up very soon. I know you want to get to the popcorn. David and Colleen have got hors d'oeuvres, antipasta planned, inviting all of us over actually for an after-party show, but we'll have it outside, so it's all perfectly socially distanced, and I'll tune in with some more of your remarks later.
I want to welcome everybody to the 2020 Okotoks Food Bank Christmas Concert. This event is actually one of my family's favorite events of the season, and over the past few years, this concert has become a bit of a family tradition for us. Unfortunately, we are all learning to do things a bit differently this year. The Okotoks Food Bank Christmas Concert is beloved by so many people in Highwood, and that's why I was so delighted to see that regardless of the current situation, that this great event would still happen this year. I know in the past few months, things have grown incredibly difficult for so many people in our community. This event showcases the amazing sense of kindness and charity that is ingrained in our community. It is through events like this that we are continually reminded of how connected we are. Those who visit the Okotoks Food Bank might be our friends, neighbors, and even our extended family. So I'd ask that everyone give what you can, because every dollar can make this season a little bit brighter for many. Everyone needs a helping hand at one point or another, and we can be that helping hand in the true spirit of Christmas. Our Okotoks Food Bank is an organization that is full of so many caring people who have tirelessly worked to continue to provide an essential service. To Pamela, all of her staff and volunteers, thank you for your continued commitment to supporting families in need. Special thanks to Platinum sponsor Okotoks Ford Lincoln and the Wood family for their continued support of our community and this amazing event, as well as thank you to every sponsor that stepped up this year. These events can't happen without your support. As well, a huge, immense thank you to George Canyon and all of the other special guests for providing another year of outstanding entertainment. With that, on behalf of my family, my office staff, the Premier, and myself, I want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
The best introduction I ever had in my life as a Western poet was in Colorado when I was about to walk out on stage at a big Saturday night show, and the host had something in mind like, here she is all the way from Canada. She never fails to entertain, Doris Daly. And then in her head, she thought, no, I'll switch it up. I'll say, here she is from Canada. She never disappoints, Doris Daly. Instead, this is what she said to the big audience in the theater. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Doris Daly. She never fails to disappoint, all the way from Canada. It was the best introduction I ever had, and so I'll just use that to say, here she is, here I am, Doris Daly, with a little poem about being homesick at Christmas time. Sure is pretty here tonight. Excitement in the air, busy shoppers hustle home through Central Park. The tree must be 10 stories tall in Rockefeller Square, and 1,000,000 lights are sparkling in the dark. Oh, it's a fast-paced life I'm living. It's first class all the way, fancy office, fancy party, fancy things. I'm shooting for the works, is what my friends all heard me say, and now I dine with presidents and kings. Oh, it's glamorous, all right, success and all the rest, and maybe it's this little skiff of snow. But tonight, I'm kind of lonesome for a little place out west and a cowboy down the road I used to know. I bet an opal moon shines on the eastern slopes tonight. The hills lie still beneath a snowy shawl. Chores are done, the porch light's on, a fire crackles bright. Maybe Ian's playing at the Longview Hall. Well, it's the symphony for me tonight, champagne and caviar. Oh, the swirl and sway and sparkle of this place. But you know, I kind of long to hear a cowboy's soft guitar and feel a warm chinook upon my face. Where'd she go? That little girl who used to dress in cowboy boots, made sure each year that Rudolph got some hay. Oh, she's not gone far, just dresses now in silk designer suits and is living life the New York City way. Sure is pretty here tonight. Excitement in the air, a dab of French perfume, my cab is here. But in the swirl and sway and sparkle, I say a little prayer. May it be Christmas in Alberta for me next year. Well, I hope all of us get to be home where we want to be, if not this Christmas, then next Christmas. And I hope that this concert tonight helps kick off your Christmas season wherever you are in a way that brings home to you. Folks, now is the time when we want you to donate now. It'll, of course, be different this year. Stay tuned. Get out your phones, your laptops, however you do it. There's going to be instructions right on your screen telling you how to do this electronically, how to give food to the food bank. The artists, I think I can speak for all of us, we love doing this for the joy of sharing art and song and music and poetry. But we also love doing it because it's for a very good cause, maybe this year more than ever. So it will be marvy and fabulous if you figure out a way to donate now, and there's lots of instructions on the screen to help you do that.